Welcome back to our podcast. Today, we have some exciting news to share with you guys. We are announcing that we have officially opened up our supplement line. And we have the first product that we want to share with you and talk to you a little bit about, and the process of getting into the supplements and where we will be going from here.
Yeah, it's super exciting. This is something we've been working on since like August, where it's been a process in the making, and I think that this is our next really exciting thing that we're very excited to bring this, because this is something that we are personally going to take ourselves to as well. And when we were designing, so our first product is going to be our whey protein powder. When we were designing it, we wanted to make sure that it's something that we're going to take ourselves, that is actually going to help improve performance and is going to help recovery and is going to help with actually helping you see better results in the gym. So super excited to kind of take you through our thoughts and the future of the FitGrind supplement line. Our whey protein powder is going to be dropping this Saturday. We have a wait list where if you go to fitgrindformula.com, you can sign up for our wait list. Also this Saturday, we're going to be doing a kickoff deal where if you buy 2 tubs of protein, you'll get a free FitGrind shaker. So one of these bad boys that we have right here. So if you're interested in supporting our brand and the content that we are producing, go check it out. Like I said, we'll be dropping this Saturday. And today we're going to talk about all the future products and, the things that we have coming this year, because this is the start of our supplement line. This is, we're not just going to launch a protein powder. We're going to develop a supplement line that is going to help you reach your fitness goals, is going to help you recover, and is going to help you see the best progress possible in the gym. So we're super excited to kind of cover that detail today.
Yeah, so let's start by talking about the process of getting the protein and how that went, because we are only going to be starting with just a chocolate protein, and we can kind of chat about what that will look like in the future. But let's kind of chat about what that process looked like, because it kind of took longer than we had planned for it to take. But
just like anything, I think, like just like anything, you have these ideas of, oh, this is going to take X amount of time, but it's been a cool process because throughout the process, we've been able to be involved in the formulation of the ingredients of the product, the label design, going through kind of all the different details of the product. So that's been super cool. It's been a fun process, and it's been something that is just that next challenge that we're really excited to kind of dive into. Yeah. With our whey protein, that's our first product that we're starting with. It only has 7 ingredients. So that was the whole idea behind our protein powder. The whole idea is to have a protein powder that's not just full of a laundry list of ingredients that you can't even pronounce, and it's just filled with a bunch of different stuff. So 7 ingredients, 24 grams of protein, 0 sugar. That was also something that was super important to make sure we're not just filling our protein with a bunch of sugar. So very high quality whey protein powder. It's going to be very macro friendly. So it has 1 gram of fat, 5 carbs, and 24 grams of protein per scoop. So just really bringing a clean protein powder that's good tasting with 0 sugar, that doesn't have a bunch of ingredients, was the idea behind our protein powder.
Yeah. And for me personally, I have some gut and digestive issues. So it was important to find something that was easily digested. And I think that was the biggest thing for me, and we definitely nailed it. No upset stomach, no gas and bubbly tummy side effects. So
which you usually have, like with whey protein or kind of any protein in general, you have a lot of like GI distress from that. So that was cool to. I can attest that too as well, to where you haven't had much GI distress with this, which is really cool.
Yeah, well, and I let one of my friends who also has kind of the same stomach symptoms as me, she tried a scoop of it too, and she said she didn't have any issues either. So I think the idea behind that was minimizing all the ingredients. By only having the 7 ingredients. It makes it way easier for your body to digest. And you just mix it with like 8 to 10 ounces of water. And that goes by preference. It's perfect for that post-workout recovery when you're in a pinch and you're on the go. But that's kind of what we're going to hop into next, is the importance of taking protein and why we recommend that you do take a protein shake or some sort of protein when you're incorporating working out, or just everybody should benefit from, even if you don't work out. It's a important part of your dietary needs. So
yeah. And you're going to have, if you're exercising, which most people that are listening, you probably are doing some sort of exercise in your fitness regimen, you're going to need more protein than the average individual, where,
Correct.
just the average American that's not exercising is not going to need as much protein. But when we're going to the gym and we're exercising, we're breaking down muscle tissue, and protein, and more specifically the amino acids found in protein, are what's going to help our muscle tissue recover. So we break down that muscle tissue at 24 to 72 hours after the workout. That's where we repair through having enough amino acids from the protein that we ingest in our diet. And really, protein powder specifically, the way that I always look at it is it's an extension of your diet. So just like anything, if, hey, Mrs. Jones, you are deficient in vitamin D, you need to supplement your diet with vitamin D in a supplement form. Or you are deficient in iron or anything else like that, where it's really hard to get the necessary amount of vitamins. It's really hard to get the necessary amount of protein through whole foods. You can do it. You're just really going to have to be structured with it. So protein powder really is an extension of your diet, where typically what I'll do is I typically aim to get like 2 to 3 servings of protein throughout the day. So a lot of times I'll do it at breakfast, do it as a snack, and sometimes we'll do it before bed, or
powder.
Protein powder. Yep, 2 or 3 servings of protein powder each day. And that allows me to get to my protein needs, where if I'm 200 pounds, so my goal is to get 200 grams of protein every day, that's a lot of protein that I have to structure in my diet.
Yeah.
So that would be me eating 5 meals a day with 40 grams of protein. So you start to realize, hey, that's a daunting task if you're not adding protein powder. But benefits of protein, it's just going to help you recover. It's going to help you rebuild. And like I said, it's not this magic pill. It's just an extension of your diet that is going to allow you to get to your protein needs. It's going to help you recover, and is going to help you see better progress because you're recovering properly.
Yeah, and with whey protein, it's going to get to the body quicker and help repair those muscles much quicker. So it's the perfect implement when you're finishing up with a workout. And if you want to use it as like a meal replacement too, you could just add some fruits or some milk and make a smoothie out of it to add in some extra nutrients such as carbs or fats. So it can be used for a meal replacement or just as a post-workout recovery.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times you might ask yourself like, man, I'm really sore for more than a couple days. Now, soreness in general is pretty normal when you're exercising. I've been exercising for a decade plus, and I still get sore, and that's good. But where it starts to become an issue is if you're sore for more than like 2 or 3 days. That really is the issue, and that's a huge red flag saying that you are under recovering. It's not that the workout was too hard; it's that your body is not recovering properly, and that is a huge red flag, and that's a huge indication that you need to get more protein in your diet. So, good rule of thumb: if you're exercising and you're a healthy individual, good rule of thumb is get like 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. A lot of times people are like, wow, 1 gram per pound of body weight. That's the upper range. And if you're not there, if you're not there, that's fine. Maybe start off at 0.8, but eventually we do want to get you up to 0.8 to 1 gram of protein. And that's the perfect implementation of a protein powder, because like I said, it's an extension of your diet. And you're going to realize that by getting enough protein in your diet, you're going to realize that it only takes you about 1 or 2 days to recover from that soreness, to where you're not going 2, 3, 4, 5 days of being sore. Because if that happens, then it gets really hard to just come in and be intense with your workouts and see any sort of progress when your body's like just stiffened up and debilitatingly sore.
Yeah. So I think with some of my clients, when they're like, I don't think we worked out hard enough because I'm not sore. It's like, no, that's good. That probably means that you're fueling your body properly. And every workout, you should not be sore after every workout. When you just get back into working out, you're going to be sore because you're using muscles that you haven't been using. Or if you switch up your workout plan and you're doing something different, adding different movements, implementing different muscle groups, then yes, you're going to be sore. But if you're sore after every single workout, that is definitely a sign that you are lacking protein and nutrients in general. Water, that's also something that you need to be implementing. But I think it's interesting when clients say, you know, I don't know if I got a good enough workout. I'm not sore. I'm like, no, that's a good thing. It's a good thing to not be sore all the time, because if you were sore every single time you worked out, I don't know that half the people would want to walk in the door and work out every day, because I need to be able to get off the toilet and I need to be able to do like regular day-to-day tasks in order to, you know, continue my regular lifestyle. So
what I always tell people is soreness is like, it's a good gauge to see how we're recovering and, you know, if we stimulated the muscle. But I use this example. If your goal, no matter what your goal is, if you're looking to build muscle, lose fat, whatever your goal was, I could make you do a workout where you did 500 burpees and you would probably be sore for 3, 4, 5 days. But does that necessarily mean that was effective towards reaching your goal? Probably not, you know? So if you did 500 burpees, did you build any muscle? Did you lose any body fat during that? No, it was just really hard.
Build some mental toughness.
Yeah, it does. It definitely will build some mental toughness. But, you know, it's not, being sore is not the end all be all. And we don't want to use that as like, I wasn't sore, so I didn't have a good workout. That's not necessarily true. We could, like I said, we can make you do a really unique workout that your body wasn't used to and you would be really sore, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you
are benefiting.
Yeah, you're benefiting towards reaching your personal goals. So,
yeah.
What I want to talk about next, so before we dive into, you know, the future of the supplement line, I want to talk about some recipes that we've already done with our protein powder. Alyssa she's all about the protein recipes. She's always sending me stuff on Instagram, and like, we both are big foodies, but Alyssa will send me like all these videos and this food porn where they're like opening cookies and like there's chocolates like gooing out. So she's always coming up with recipes. But let's talk about some recipes that we've developed with our specific protein powder.
Yeah. So one that we obviously have loved, and it's all over TikTok, Instagram, it's super viral right now, is the Ninja Creamy. You and I both have shared this recipe on Instagram, YouTube. We have a full video showing, you know, the recipe that we have specifically been using.
I think both our YouTube videos this week have the Ninja Creamy ice cream recipe. So,
Yep.
Yeah, if you're really interested in that, go check out our YouTube channels, Alyssa Schaeffer Fitness and Jordan Schaeffer Fitness on YouTube.
Yeah. I definitely recommend getting a Ninja Creamy if you have not already invested in one. It is totally worth the investment. We are definitely a sweets family. All the kids love sweets too. Yeah. So it's really been fun to be able to incorporate that with them too. And they love the protein too. So with that, it's been a process to find the right specific amount of ingredients. So you kind of have to play around with it based off of your preference too. Last night we switched out the Fairlife milk with a chocolate milk. So it made it a little more chocolatey, because protein's already pretty chocolatey. Mm-hmm. And then we just added the sugar-free Jell-O, which was also chocolate. And then you have the option to add toppings, which I'm not going to lie to you guys, we added Oreos.
We did. They were gluten-free.
And double stuffed.
You got to have double stuffed Oreos.
Or bust. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. No, you can't. You have to have double stuff.
Yeah, as long as you're doing that in moderation. Now, I'm not saying to eat the entire box of Oreos. Obviously, that's very tempting and very challenging not to. But it helps when you have the ice cream and lots of volume in that ice cream. Mm-hmm. Like, it made tons. The first time we made it, we were like, whoa, this is actually way too much.
Yeah, I mean, in that ice cream that we had, it was a good amount of ice cream. I was really full after we ate it.
Yeah.
The first time it was too much. That was
way too much.
We used too much milk and it made too much volume. The second time I think we halved the recipe.
Yeah.
And that was perfect, but I was still full after that.
Yeah.
But in that amount of ice cream, you do 2 Oreos, you do 1 tablespoon of the sugar-free pudding mix, the chocolate pudding mix, which has like 30 calories. You do a scoop of your protein, and you do 1 cup of the Fairlife chocolate milk. That's less than 500 calories right there for an abundance of ice cream that also has almost 40 grams of protein and not a ton of fat, probably 10 to 15 grams of fat, and maybe less than 40 carbs. Like that's a really good, solid option that still gives you the feeling that you're eating ice cream. It tastes like ice cream. The consistency is really good, but it allows you to stay on track with your fitness. And I think that's one we've been hammering pretty hard, because it's so simple. It helps you really stay on track, because we always preach moderation and balance. And if you could have a protein ice cream, you could eat it every night. You could track it in your macros, and you could technically have it every night.
Yeah.
And you would be able to stay on track with your fitness, which is huge for a lot of people.
Yeah, I think too, it's minimal ingredients. So if you look at other protein ice creams like Halo, which are great, I'm not downplaying Halo whatsoever because I love Halo. But if you compared the protein ice cream that we have created, well, that we've made using our protein, and then obviously when you're implementing toppings like the Oreos and things like that, has lots of ingredients and unnecessary sugars and things like that.
Yeah.
But without adding toppings, there is way less ingredients that are going to upset the stomach, and it doesn't bother my stomach at all. Whereas like a Halo ice cream typically does from the sugar alcohols.
Yep.
The other recipe that I wanted to mention is, we've talked about this before too, is the hot chocolate recipe.
Super simple.
So easy.
Yeah.
Especially, I wish that we could show you guys the weather right now. It's practically a blizzard outside with, I don't know, how much inches of snow do you think we have?
I don't know, at least 8.
So
it's cold.
It's freezing. So I know we were talking about ice cream, but this is more of a warm recipe. So we just have like an electric kettle that just heats up water. And then we pour that into a hot chocolate cup. And then you take 1 scoop of the protein powder, and then you just mix it with like a little mixing ninja stick or whatever those things are.
You could mix it with a spoon even too. It mixes up really well.
Yeah, and you could add like a sugar-free Cool Whip, sugar-free whipped cream, whatever. Or you could just drink it plain, which is what we do, and it's...
Tastes like hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And you got 24 grams of protein in that hot chocolate, so less than 200 calories. So
perfect nightcap.
Yeah. Some other good options. We always do protein ball recipes. You can get really creative with that. We post a lot of that on Instagram. Alyssa's always mixing up the protein ball recipes, which are really easy to on-the-go snacks. Another thing we do too is protein pancakes, where you can buy like a Kodiak pancake mix that is going to have some protein in it. It's going to be a little more macro-friendly. And then you can mix in your scoop of protein with the dry ingredients, put some water in it, mix it up to your consistency, and there you go. You have protein pancakes, which, again, the whole idea behind staying with your fitness and having balance is finding ways that you can make the foods that you already enjoy, finding a way that you can make them healthier and just better options, better macronutrient friendly, more balance between the carbs, the fat, and the protein. Those are 4 really good examples of, typically ice cream is not macro friendly. Hot chocolate is usually full of sugar. Like those protein balls are very sugary, very high in fat a lot of times. And pancakes usually are very high in sugar and lots of syrup and butter and all that type of stuff. So those are 4 really good options of things that you can add into your diet to enjoy: ice cream, pancakes, hot chocolate, protein balls, and get really creative with it so that you can stick with your fitness. Because the goal is not to just restrict everything. The goal is, hey, I could have ice cream every night if I wanted to. I'm just going to make it a little bit better, and I'm going to track it into my food and make sure that it fits into the amount of food that I eat. And that's the key to this, really, is it's not restriction. It's finding ways you can balance everything and enjoy your life, because you don't just want to eat chicken, rice, and broccoli every meal for the rest of your life. Been there for years. It's not a good place to be, I promise.
We did have that for dinner last night.
Yeah, we still eat those types of foods, but it's not every meal, every single day, There's a lot more variety, a lot more structure around it. So.
Yeah. It's not a bad meal to have every now and then.
Yeah. So those are some good recipes. Let's talk about the future of our supplement line. So we were saying that this is just the beginning. So our commitment really is to provide supplements that you can trust, and supplements that are actually going to help improve performance, enhance recovery, and really improve your results in the gym. So let's talk about kind of the future. Let's give a little sneak peek about the future of some products maybe we're releasing this year, and just our motivations behind starting the supplement line.
Yeah, we actually got a pre-workout that we tested out just this last week, and we're still kind of perfecting that one, but so far so good. I mean, like Jordan was saying, we want to make sure that it's something that we will be taking and that we believe in, but also these products are going to be third-party tested. So we are positive that the ingredients that we have on the label are actually what you're getting.
Yeah, that's a huge thing that I think a lot of supplements, sometimes it can be kind of like the wild, wild west where, and it's been better in the last 10 years, but a lot of companies will use these proprietary blends where, hey, we have this ingredient. We're not going to state how much, of the dosage that we're giving you, but we have that ingredient. And a lot of times you get underdosed in the effective amount of that supplement, that it's in the pre-workout or the protein for a reason, but it's not in the correct dosage. So we will always be very transparent with our labels and make sure that what we claim on our labels is actually correct, that's in our product, and that every ingredient that we have in our supplements, there's a reason that it's there. With our pre-workout, we're trying to make a supplement that is going to not only just feel like you're like buzzed and you're got this crazy caffeine high, but we want to find a product that just, it makes you almost feel like you have blinders on, that you're focused, that when you're coming into the gym, you're focusing on the task at hand, and it actually is going to help improve your mood, improve your performance, improve your focus, and not just be this crazy stimulant of a supplement that just makes you feel jittery and itchy and like you're tweaking out, and then you crash. So that's the thing, is we want to make sure we're developing products that we will take ourselves because we know it's going to help us, so that we also can provide that for our clients, for people that are looking to improve their performance and improve their results in the gym. So yeah, pre-workout will be our next one that we are still currently working on. Super excited for that one.
Yeah. I think pre-workout has a bad stigma too. Like Jordan was saying, a lot of people think pre-workout and they're like, ooh, I don't like that itchy, warm feeling and my heart pounding. Like neither do I. Yeah. Neither does Jordan. Like we've taken stuff. Yeah. Do you remember that one we took with the yohimbean or whatever the heck it was?
God, yohimbean will not be in our pre-workout. I can tell you that.
No. And we actually didn't even end up getting to get a workout in because we were about to throw up.
We were warming up with barbell squats, warm-up sets, and my heart felt like it was pounding out of my chest. We felt so nauseous. This is back when we used to work at the commercial gym, and we were so nauseous, and we went to the break room and we actually took a nap on the couch because we were like so overly stimulated, and like we had this huge crash. It was crazy. Yeah. That was terrible.
And terrible some people have different side effects, but it definitely did not affect us the way that we were hoping.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we knew that was not an ingredient that would be in our pre-workout. But now the next step is, now that we've gotten the correct ingredients, and this company we're working with has been awesome too with like tweaking things that they think that need to be tweaked. They've sent us pictures along the way to keep us in the loop and keep us feeling excited. And now the next step is just finding a flavor that we like and sampling
making sure that it doesn't clump, making sure that it doesn't. That's also, that's the hard part too. Is you might come up with a formula, but that's what's cool. Working with experts, where it's like, we have a formula that we sent them that this is what we want in our pre-workout, and try that, and then they take their expert look at it and be like, hey, this looks great, but this ingredient and this dosage is going to be at higher risk of clumping. We can keep it in there, but that's your choice. I wouldn't know that, I wouldn't know that this ingredient is going to clump, this ingredient isn't. I just know what it does for the body. I just know that, hey, this beetroot extract or the citrulline malate is going to help with increasing blood flow, and it's going to help increase vasodilation, which is going to help deliver more oxygen to your muscles, which is going to improve performance. Yeah. That's where my mind is. Yeah. Their mind is on that, but it's also on like, hey,
scientific side.
from the clumping side, you don't want a pre-workout that just clumps up and people have to chip up if it gets any sort of moisture in it. So very helpful to have that insight to just come out with the best possible product. So we are also working on an electrolyte supplement, which will be huge, especially as we are going to be training for a half marathon and a marathon this year. Electrolyte supplementation, again, will be something that we will need in our training, and is something that there's a legitimate usage for electrolyte supplement. And
for everyone.
Yeah, for everybody.
Not even just
runners, just anybody that exercises. Salt has become this thing where it gets a stigma for being bad. And yes, for the general population that's not exercising or is very sedentary, we do want to reduce our sodium intake because sodium is going to cause swelling, it's going to cause water retention, and those are negative side effects of that. But if you're somebody that you exercise, every time that you have a muscle contraction, every time that you sweat, every time that you exercise, you are depleting your electrolytes, and not just sodium, your potassium, your chloride, all these different types of things that are going to help with performance and muscle contractions and just having better output. So electrolyte supplementation is something that we've done with the last couple of years and really noticed a big difference. And that is why we are coming out with an electrolyte supplement of our own, not only just for ourselves, but to put it out for our clients and people that we work with to improve their performance and improve their recovery and really help people that are looking to take it to that next level. So,
yeah, I think people think when they're dehydrated, they reach for water. And actually, the better option is choosing an electrolyte.
Yeah.
With that added salt, like Jordan mentioned, your body needs that in order to recover from that dehydration.
Yeah.
And that's something definitely in the summer and the warmer weather, you're going to need more of that. So like Jordan was mentioning too, us training for these half marathons and marathons, our bodies are going to need more of the electrolytes as of during that time versus the more colder times where we're not maybe sweating as much, but your body still needs the electrolytes to stay hydrated.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, they definitely go hand in hand, and that's something I'm very excited to put out to market and put out for people to try. And that's the whole idea behind our supplement line is we're only going to put out products that we believe in ourselves and that we know is going to improve performance, enhance recovery, and improve results in the gym because we ourselves have tested it, have tried it, and are taking it ongoing to improve our results in the gym. And that's really what we want to stand for is having supplements that you can trust and having supplements that takes the guesswork out of it, that you know that this formula or this product is what I need to maximize the results. So I'm just super excited for this next step. We opened our gym 3 years ago almost. So in February, it'll be 3 years. And I think if you told me 3 years ago that we would be where we are, I would be like ecstatic for that because, we've had a lot of life things happen too as well. And we've been, we've put a lot of hard work into this gym and really grown our clientele and built this community and add a lot of awesome pieces to the gym. We started an apparel line. We're starting our supplement line. But we also had a baby. We also
bought a house.
Bought a house. We were fighting through the end of the pandemic too. So we opened our gym during COVID still in 2021, February 2021. We got married. So like there's been lots of tests and trials and tribulations. And I think that is pretty cool too. And it just makes me excited for the future because by no means has anything been easy, but I think anything worth having doesn't come easy. And no. I think this is just that next challenge. I'm very excited to do it with you, to conquer that with you, because I know that you're my partner in crime, and I know that we've tackled everything head on that we've thrown at us. Cash being in the NICU and being born 3 months early, that was probably one of the biggest challenges of my life. And that was something that we overcame and really brought us closer together. Going through opening our gym, that's something that could push us further apart, but I do feel like it has grown our respect for each other and grown our understanding of each other and made us more of a team. Obviously getting married, that's brought us closer together and has made us more of a team. And I'm just very excited for the next chapter with you and just
me too,
growing every day.
Yeah, me too. And finding the balance of doing all of this while maintaining, the business side of things. And that's something that we want to share with you guys too along the way is the struggles. Yeah.
I mean, if we said that we were perfect to where we had it all figured out, how to balance everything, that would be a lie. I'm not claiming that I have it all figured out. I mean, it is challenging to balance work life and business life with family life, with daily responsibilities. I mean, there's a lot that goes on throughout the day. And I think that no one's perfect. You just have to strive to find that balance and strive to improve and learn from your mistakes, because we're all human. We make mistakes, but our biggest area of opportunity is taking that mistake and having it be a learning experience versus just making that mistake over and over and over again.
Yeah. So we are super excited for you guys to try our protein powder. And don't forget, if you haven't already, to join our wait list at fitgrindformula.com.
Yep.
And then stay tuned, because this weekend we will be doing the flash deal of buy 2 tubs of protein and you'll get a free shaker cup.
That's right.
These are great quality shaker cups. They don't leak and they keep everything nice and cold. So
got that nice FitGrind branded logo on the side, you bet. So yeah, thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been episode 7 of the Grind, Sleep, Repeat podcast. So thank you for your support, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.